right, well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Seabreeze High School. I'm proud to say we finished last year. We're back to the #1 high school in Volusia County. State grades have been released about a month ago. So we're back to the #1 high school in Volusia County overall with student achievement, highest overall growth out of any high school in Volusia County, and then the only high school in Volusia County that improved a letter grade based off the new Florida accountability system with the state of Florida. So I'm honored to be in front of you today as the face of Seabreeze in many ways, but behind Tucker Harris are a lot of amazing, amazing people. I'm the #1 servant here, and you're here for the AICE program, and that program speaks for itself. And I have the honor to introduce the individual that leads that program, who developed that program, launched the program, and created the program that has the reputation why you're here today. So the AICE program is Mrs. Dodi Gaines. So if you could give her a big round of applause, please. All right, and then Ms. Gaines will speak about the program. Ms. Legrado will be coming up to talk about some specifics as it relates. There's a lot of questions about enrollment and acceptance and all those great things, but that is just kudos to you for what you've established here and the reputation that you have built with the Seabreeze AICE program, not only in the county, but within the state. So congratulations, and it's an honor to serve you. All right, there you go.
Hate when he does that. It helps to be able to run a program when you have a great leader, so thank you, Mr. Harris, for all that you do. Mr. Dunn's got me up here in the spotlight. Hi, my name is Dodi Gaines. I was previously bio honors teacher, AP bio teacher here at Seabreeze High School, and then 7 years ago, they introduced this program called the AICE program to Volusia County. And I have been the AICE coordinator at Seabreeze for the past 7 years since its inception. And I'm very proud of where the program has come from and where it is going. And we'll talk about the history of AICE and a little later here at Seabreeze a little later. Thank you for coming out, taking time out to come listen to me talk. Some of you I've met before, some of you are new and I've never seen, so thank you. Welcome to Seabreeze. You know, once we get here, we always say once a sand crab, always a sand crab, so we are thrilled to have you. Okay, so the Seabreeze program is fortunate that not only do we have a full-time coordinator, which is myself, we have a guidance counselor, our own guidance counselor, who has worked with me, or we work together with our kids every single day, so she knows AICE in and out. It's not shared with all of our other guidance counselors, which makes it a well-oiled machine, because she and I work really well together, and we know exactly what the students need, and we learn from past experiences. We learn something new every year for our program. And I think we have a video. Am I correct? If we have sound.
Asking kids to be reflective, but also be very engaged in the materials. And part of that, when you're being reflective, is you have to listen to your peer group, but when you're engaged, you also have to participate.
We get to learn and grow and get ready for things in the future.
I think about things differently, and I take it further than just what's there.
There's more questioning, there's more follow-up, there's more discussion. Actually pushed me to be a better teacher, be more organized, be more creative.
In the typical classroom, the kids are speaking as much as the teacher is speaking. It's not a lecture-based curriculum. The kids are creating.
I would say its strongest attribute is that it makes students think. Instead of just collecting information, they have to make connections.
Hi, my name is Janet Gomez, and I am a Laley High School class of 2015 graduate, a Harvard class of 2019, and an AICE diploma recipient. When I was an 8th grader in middle school, guidance counselors from Laley High School came to my school to talk about the AICE program, and that was the first time that I heard about it. And when I realized that this program would be a good opportunity for me to challenge myself further.
I have seen my students grow exponentially through taking Cambridge AICE courses.
If you're looking to become involved in the Cambridge program, it's something, if you like being creative, if you like, relying on independent thought and building from there, it's definitely something for you. It will prepare you for higher education after high school.
Cambridge qualifications really offer a great depth and breadth for students and make them very, very well prepared to study at MIT. And I think it's the combination of the depth and the breadth that really is so important.
We love the Cambridge curriculum. We think the Cambridge curriculum is a superb preparation for university, and in numerous ways. It's a wonderful preparation because it gives students 3 particular skills that we think are essential: the ability to analyze, the ability to synthesize, and the ability to communicate.
Okay, thank you. I love that video for a couple of reasons. One is because one of the speakers is from MIT. We have a student at MIT who I communicate with frequently, and he's doing fantastically. And 2, because a lot of people think that AICE is a new program. AICE has actually been in the state of Florida being used at schools, or the AICE diploma has been offered at schools for the past 30 years. We've just gotten it in Volusia County in the past 10 years, but Cambridge is not a new program. The first exams were given in 1864, so it's been around for a long time. It's been international, and now it's spreading through the United States. A lot of people are like, what does AICE stand for? It's the Advanced International Certificate of Education. It runs through the University of Cambridge. The company that runs the syllabi and the testing and the scoring of the test is called Cambridge Assessment International Education. Lots of words. This year they changed it to Cambridge. That's all we have to say now, Cambridge. So, but that's still the company that runs all of our runs through all of our curriculum. And then A levels and AS levels. If you ever heard of A levels, that's the way it's presented internationally. And that's run through approximately 130 countries. It goes up every year. And when it says we have 530,000 subject entries, that means that's how many exams are offered, or that are given, every year. 1,000 of those come from Seabreeze, so also proud of that. All right, why AICE? It is a rigorous curriculum for academically motivated students. The thing I love about AICE, I was just speaking with a parent prior to this, is the choice and flexibility. The question was, will my child be able to do dual enrollment and AICE at the same time? The answer is yes. Okay, we are flexible enough that dual enrollment actually fits in with our students' schedules. And we have students that are dual enrolled through University of Florida and Daytona State College presently. So another thing I love about AICE is that it's writing-based. Everything's writing. Cambridge really wants to know whether you can explain yourself, not whether you can guess right on a multiple choice question. Very few of our tests are multiple choice. Very few. All of our tests are written, handwritten, which involve critical thinking and problem solving. And throughout the program, kids will learn globally. And by globally, we mean taking the perspective, an international perspective, in everything that is presented to them. All right, our benefits, not just a rigorous program for academically motivated students, it's also college credit. Every AICE program here at Seabreeze High School presents college credit for your student at any Florida public Florida institution. All right, all of our faculty are trained. They all go to professional development that is put on by Cambridge. And right now, some of them are going 2 and 3 times. They want to keep up with what is new and happening in Cambridge, so some of them want to go all the time, which is fine. We love that they want to go and brush up on everything that they're doing. And then the best benefit is the automatic Florida Bright Futures Scholarship. All right, some of the terminology you'll hear us say today or hear us use. Pre-AICE is our kind of entry to AICE. These are essentially a little above honors. Okay, you have Gen Ed classes, honors classes, pre-AICE classes, and then AICE, AP, IB, et cetera. So that's kind of how the levels go. AS level is the first year of a course. A level is the second year of a course. Candidate is your student. A paper is an exam. And lastly, the ACE diploma is the certificate that our students get for completing the program. Our Cambridge learners are, and I put it in bold, self-motivated and self-disciplined. The student really has to want to do it themselves. All right, we love when parents are encouraging their students, but we want our students to want to do it. Okay, as a parent myself, I definitely want my kids to do the best they can, but I also want my kids to want to do the best they can. So that's, really important in our program. A student that's passionate about learning, that's motivated, that is a leader, and then through the process, they don't have to come in organized. We'll get them there. I'm not going to read all these, but Cambridge has this thing called learner attributes, and these are the qualities that they feel that the ideal learner should have. And at the end of the program, when the students become seniors, we vote on these awards, and the awards are based on the Cambridge attributes and which students stood out with having these skills, such as making sound judgment and thinking logically, and all of these, being an independent thinker. All right, this is really what Cambridge bases their program on. This is the ideal candidate they're trying to create. All Cambridge courses are accepted at every Florida public institution. Private institutions have the right to accept whatever they want. Sometimes they'll accept A-level only, sometimes they'll accept diplomas of merit only, merit or higher, so it just depends. When your child gets in the program, we have a spreadsheet or data sheet that shows which school accepts which credit. This is what we call the wheel. This is what our students base their diploma from. There's 4 groups. There's group 1, which is our math and sciences. There's group 2, which is our languages. And then there's group 3, which is our arts and humanities. And then our core is called Global Perspectives. I'll get into that in a second. But Global Perspectives is the class, it's the core class that every student in the ACE program has to take and pass in order to get their ACE diploma. And then Group 4 is our kind of our electives within the ACE program. And so the student must take at least one class from each group, and then the core, and then they can choose any of the other 3 or 4 classes that they want to take that they're interested in. If they're science, they can take more sciences. If they're humanities, they can take more humanities. All right. Again, there's the 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And to earn an ACE diploma, the students must get at least 1 credit from each of the 3 groups, and then the core. And then group 4 is, as I said before, an elective. There we go. Okay, so here's the courses we offer in each group at Seabreeze High School. In group 1, we have marine science, biology, AS level chemistry, and A level chemistry, physics, environmental management. I put physics on there twice. I'm sorry. And physics and environmental management. And then our group 2 is English and Spanish. And our group 3, psych, travel, lit, business, U.S. history, international history, art and design. And then the last group, we do general paper and thinking skills. Some of these courses, may or may not be offered from one year to the next, depending on student interest. But these are the courses we have been offering and will come and go. But there's some courses that are solid that'll be there all the time. And then, of course, our core is Global Perspectives. All right, so Cambridge gives our students 25 months to earn their ACE diploma. So we start our 9th graders off in pre-ACE, getting them used to high school, getting them used to the workload, and then they begin their AS level classes their sophomore year. And we give them general paper, which we have found is a great class for writing, and then we give them Global Perspectives, which gets that core class out of the way early, and then they can choose whatever they want. And I'll have a course progression on the next slide. But their goal, again, is to get those 7 classes and those 7 exams passed within that 25-month frame that Cambridge gives us. And here's our recommended course progression. Things may change, and we're working on changing this right now. We're going to do some things, probably in the maths and the languages, and we'll keep you posted on those. Whatever we decide, whatever happens with it. But it's just kind of a suggested course progression. There's a lot of room in their schedules for electives. The higher they go in grades, so there's probably 2 periods they can do electives freshman year. Then there's 3 their sophomore year, and then there's 4 their junior year, and then senior year, it's wide open. Okay, so as they progress through the grade levels, and they take these AICE classes and get them out of the way, they have more room to do other things such as dual enrollment. All right, we have the faculty and the staff all have resources. We get face-to-face training, we have teacher support. I'm the #1 support for our teachers. We offer practice exams, mock exams. Our Global Perspective students actually just sat through a mock exam on Monday for an hour and a half. So we make sure that our students are prepared for the exams that they're about to take. Florida Bright Futures. So Florida Bright Futures says that any student that is an AICE program curriculum completer and earns their diploma, they are eligible for the Florida Academic Scholars Award. That's FAS. There's FAS and FMS. All right. Academic Scholars is the full ride. So if they earn their AICE diploma, they're eligible and get their 100 hours of community service, they're eligible for the entire Bright Future Scholarship. All right, here at Seabreeze, presently we have 333 students in the program. So far we've graduated 195 students with an AICE diploma. They are all on various levels in college right now. They come back to visit, they keep in communication with us. Their moms work here or in our boosters. So we're constantly aware of how our students are doing, and they're doing great. So we're very proud of them. 97% of our students earn their AICE diploma, which is great. And we give them all the opportunity we can to earn their AICE diploma. Every year, every student who's in the AICE cohort that I've been here, who has graduated, has been accepted to college. Right now, we offer 4 pre-AICE courses and 17 AICE courses. I think we're pretty comfortable with that. We start adding courses, and we have to start adding teachers, and they're not very generous with giving us extra teachers. So last year, we had over 900 exam entries. That means 900 exams were taken by various students. I think it was about 350 students took 900 exams. Right now, I just finished uploading the students' names today, and right now we have over 400 students who will be taking exams. So I think we're going to go over the 1,000 exam entry mark this year. All right. AICE exams begin at the end of their sophomore year. Remember I told you they have 25 months. If we start at the moment they take an exam, that gives them till the end of their senior year to finish their AICE diploma. Exams run April through June after school gets out. So this year we start April 24th, and I don't think we finish till June 11th. So exams do run after school gets out. We have really high pass rates at Seabreeze, which I'm really, really proud of. We have the best teachers who are working very, very hard to make sure our students have all of the information that they need in order to pass our exams. So very, very proud of that. We've had students that have gotten scores of being highest in the nation. We are steadily the highest in the county with our scores. And the cool thing about Cambridge exams, which is not something that AP students can do, Cambridge gives them an opportunity to retake an exam if they did not pass the exam. So they do have a second chance to take the exam. All right, just a little bragging sheet. This is just a few of the colleges and universities that our students have been accepted to, and some of them actually attend. Very, very proud of that. Every year we have our students get probably over $1 million in scholarship money just handed out there, which is awesome. Very proud of them and then it's academic scholarship money, and that's not Bright Futures. That's scholarship money from the colleges and any other external sources. All right, our students are leaders in their community. They are academics, obviously, because they're in the AICE program, and they're volunteers. One day, maybe that's something we can do with our guidance department. We need to log the amount of hours that our AICE students have, because they spend a lot of time helping out here at school, in the community, with athletics, just everywhere. They're always everywhere, and I love it. We have athletes, okay? Just because you're in the AICE program and you're getting Bright Futures doesn't mean you can't be a full scholarship athlete. We have a scholarship athlete at Florida State. We have a scholarship athlete at Baylor. We have one at Embry-Riddle. So, you know, our students are still great academics, but they're also they can also get athletic scholarships. So they're probably rolling in the money at whatever school they're in. All right, let's talk about this application. All right, the county has it set up that you need to apply through Parent Portal. If you're a non-Volusia County student, parent of a student, there's a different way they go in, and I do have some of those instructions out on the table, and then follow the instructions. If you got the little baggie, there's how to apply in that baggie for current Volusia County students, and then if you're non-Volusia County, there's a paper out there on the table that explains to you how to apply. The county wants everything to be digital, so we got to go through there. If you're unable to apply either way, please email me, and I will make sure your application gets in. Wait, go back for a second. Sorry. So once you do that through Parent Portal, this Saturday, we have an in-person writing session. Well, 3 of them, 9-11, 1-3, and 5-7. You can sign up for one of those 3. And that was our Fearless Leaders idea. I do what the boss says. So the boss says have in-person writing, then we have in-person writing. And it's going to be this Saturday. If you're unable to make it this Saturday, please email me, and I can arrange for a makeup time for you to do that. Also, I will need your math and English teacher's recommendation. If you're at Henson or OBMS, they're easy to get. And if I have your application, I can get them from the teachers. You don't have to harass them. We've worked together for years, so they're used to it. Okay, and all recommendations come directly to me from the teacher, okay, not from the student. All right, non-VCS applicants, I also need a transcript and any record of any standardized tests that you've taken. Applications are due January 26th, and notifications are on February 7th, which brings me to my other fearless leader. This is Ms. Lagrada. She is the assistant principal in charge of the AICE program, and she has some things to tell you about the application and variances and school choice and all the things that I know nothing about.
Good evening. Thanks for coming out tonight. The process is very firm on deadlines. So I just wanted to be, we will answer questions at the end. I'll stick around, but we do that for equity purposes. So when you see these deadline dates, they are firm deadlines. And please, anyone that's not here tonight, please pass on that information. So the timelines that we set up for AICE don't necessarily agree sometimes or correlate with variance in school choice. So just some things from a data point that you want to make sure are tight and clean as you apply for the AICE program. The first one, we have a system called Focus. The kids know it as Gradebook. Your information has been in Focus probably since your student enrolled in Volusia County Schools. Right now is the time to make sure that that information is current. It's a current address, a current phone number, current contact information. The address being most important. as you register and take the writing test, and as we verify acceptances, we are probably going to ask for proof of zoning. So make sure that the address in focus reflects where you currently live. To verify your address, we ask for a driver's license, another form of ID, so if nothing's matching right now, or if you've been in a state of flux and moved several times, we need to make sure that your address on your driver's license and a utility bill match what's in focus. And you have until now, until March, to start to clean that up if there's issues there. How do you know what's in focus? Well, the best way would be to contact the middle school when you go in to pick them up, ask to see it, have your student check, call the registrar at the middle school, and make sure everything is tight. The reason this is becoming an issue is this year, Mainland has started an AICE program. In previous years, there was something called a variance. Seabreeze offered AICE, Mainland, and I'm using them as an example because geographically they're our closest school that didn't offer an AICE program. We have multiple families currently in the AICE program who are zoned for Mainland. The way in the past it was done is they applied for the AICE program, and if the child was accepted into the AICE program, an automatic variance from their zone school was then shifted to us. That's no longer the case, right? So since Mainland has, and I'm using them again as an example because they're next to us, they're our closest school that we get our students that go back and forth, and some of the lines as you go up 40 are very close. They have their own AICE program now. So if you are zoned for Mainland, or if you cannot prove your address in Seabreeze's zone, you will have to apply for the Mainland AICE program, right? They have a program, it's going to probably be very similar to ours. In a couple, where's Dodi? I know she's been working with them, she's in the back. All the AICE programs, I would say, in the county are pretty similar in their course offerings. All right, so let's talk about timelines. If you're not worried about the variance, then let's talk about the timelines of how things happen. So January 26th is when the applications are all due, and they have to be complete at that point. If they aren't complete, but you have started the application, finished it in the portal, but the teacher recommendations have not come in, you're good. We'll accept the application by the deadline, we'll work on the teacher recommendations coming in. Then you will start to, in the first, probably second or third week of February, we will start to send out acceptance letters for those students who have been accepted into AICE. At that point, once you get that acceptance letter, you're fine until school begins. The thing that becomes a little confusing is our counselors will go to Hinson and to OBMS the first full week of February. And they will be asking your students in 8th grade to register or request classes for next year. The counselors will not know at that point who was accepted into AICE. So I just ask you to go ahead and fill out the request card. Don't get upset. Don't ask the counselor, have I been accepted, have I not been accepted? They won't know. And then Ms. Gaines and Ms. Villafane will have a night where we will come back and revisit the correct registration card and request card and make changes as needed, okay? So don't feel like it's the wrong card. All right, if you aren't zoned for us and you are looking for that variance, there is something called school choice. It's open right now. It opened January 3rd. It'll be open, I think, until March 1st, and it's through the county website. It's an opportunity for anybody at any school in the county to apply for a variance. It would be very important if you were wanting to come to Seabreeze and you were not zoned for us by your address to go ahead now and apply for school choice as a backup plan. If you didn't get accepted into the AICE program, it would still give you the option if you were accepted by school choice. All right? If you were accepted into the AICE program at another school and the school choice was approved, then Ms. Gaines would revisit that and review it also. Right? And we'll have questions at the end. I'm sure I've got you thinking, but I'll hang around at the end of the presentation. Have I missed anything, Ms. Gaines? All right, and always just email us. My last name is Lagrada, and I can answer anything or try to help you through the process.
Or you can email me and I'll just forward it to her and ask her anyway. All right. Just real quick for the essays on Saturday, I do believe the flyer that I gave you said large conference room. We've moved it to the media center. Don't worry about it. I'll have signs out front and center. You're just going to come through the center gate and go straight back to the media center. I'll have signs. It is for the student only. It's for those 2 hours, so beginning at the beginning. So the 9 one starts at 9, the 1 o'clock starts at 1, etc. It's not show up in between 9 and 11. It's from 9 to 11 and 1 to 3. Your student will come and write their essay, and they can leave whenever they're done. They don't have to stay for the full 2 hours. Okay, going to give them kind of the pre-Cambridge testing environment, and so they can kind of get an idea of what it will be like when they really do start testing for Cambridge. All right, we have So You Want to Be a Sand Crab next Thursday. Here starts at, don't know, it's on the flyer. Registration, I believe, starts at 5. Program starts at 6. I'll be doing this again for if you know anyone that missed it. I'll be here for them to come talk to. And now, we're going to go back a little bit. We have some students that have some things to say about their experiences. I'd like to introduce, they're all seniors. So also when we finish, you can ask them anything about the program. They're all in the process of applying to colleges now. I don't think any of them have decided where they're going yet. So we're still in that process with them. So you can talk to them about college and applying and how the program works for them and their college. So they'll be available after this program is over, and they'll be able to answer your questions. First up, we have Kai.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Kai B, and I am a senior in the AICE program. Based off my own personal experience, what I appreciate most about AICE is the freedom of time. I have already received my AICE diploma with merit, and many of my peers have as well, which has allowed us to turn our focus towards our college applications. I completed most of my work for my applications in the fall without the stress of balancing too many AICE courses. I was able to prioritize my Common App essay and resume without the pressure of achieving my diploma, since I already finished all of my, the rest of my credits in my junior year. And I turned in my applications weeks before they were due. I'm also able to put time and effort into my extracurricular activities. For the last 2 years, I've been president of the Sport Athletic Seabreeze Students Club. In the club, we make posters for each of the graduating seniors and then present them on their senior night ceremony. With that, I was able to attend every home football game and every senior night this fall season. AICE allows a balance between a school and social life. You still have time to enjoy all the fun aspects of high school without overwhelming yourself in schoolwork. And even if you fall behind in your class load, the AICE teachers will help and show support for all their students in any way they can. The program can be tough, but the teachers and Ms. Fiofani will always do their best to help guide you through it. AICE is special because there is a sense of community. For example, our lovely coordinator, Mrs. Gaines, always has her classroom open during lunch so all the students can eat together. I've grown closer to some of my closest friends because we would have lunch together in Mrs. Gaines' room. The community we have allows you to get involved as well. When I was an underclassman, all the seniors would try to get us involved in all their activities, and I would like to think that my peers and I have taken on this role as we try to get the underclassmen involved in clubs, sports, volunteering, and other activities. I would also like to point out how the AICE boosters have helped grow this academic community. The boosters plan events like field days, the house sorting ceremony, and our Thanksgiving and Christmas feasts. On these days, I noticed the effort and that the teachers, boosters, and Mrs. Gaines put into the program to make it a family. I encourage all students to join the Cambridge AICE program because it is exceptional in what it does for its students. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce our next speaker, Dante.
Hi everyone, I'm Dante. I'm a senior here at Seabreeze High School. I don't know about you guys, but I was an 8th grader that I was like watching YouTube videos on the different programs around Volusia County and things like that just to try and get a feel of what I was getting myself into. I just want to stay up here today and tell you a few of my favorite things about the AICE program. One of the biggest things is the flexibility about the program. A lot of you have sat in classes where you sat in them and been relatively bored. I mean, let's be honest, and you didn't want to be there. With this program, you have the opportunity to pick your courses, know exactly what you're learning, and have an interest in it. This also gives you the opportunity to pertain your application, to know exactly and show the colleges what you have to offer and your ability to do well in the courses that you're going to be taking in school. On top of that, these courses are college level courses, so you're going into school ways ahead of everyone else. On top of that, this program is really flexible. I was in several activities. I'm the president and vice president of multiple clubs. I'm the swim captain. I'm a lifeguard at Volusia County Beach Safety. And I really have the opportunity to do all of those things without stressing myself out too much, which is something that a lot of other programs don't offer. Another point that I wanted to make is the college readiness. This program offers numerous college level courses that again put you ahead of ways of every other applicant. One of the main ones that I really found interesting to myself was the A-level chemistry course, where you got 8 credits of chemistry done before even going into college. I know for a lot of us, financial hardships is a real thing, and student loans are really expensive. So this program does offer you the Bright Future Scholarship, which will put me through school and will put many through others through school as well. Another thing that I want to mention is the sense of community, something that Kai brought up. She's one of my best friends. The program, because we're with each other so much, we're there 24/7, not 24/7, but 7 hours a day. We're with each other all the time. Lunch, classes, activities, things after school, before school. You really build that community, especially when I know some of you are leaving your friends behind because you're going to different schools. I really encourage you guys to join the program, find your space, find your people, and push yourself, because this program has endless opportunities that you can take advantage of. And that's my speech. The next speaker will be Haley.
Hello, my name is Haley Ochipa, and I am a senior here in the AICE program. When I was in 6th grade, I attended the same event with my brother because he was in 8th grade, deciding where he would like to go to high school. At some point during the presentation, I accidentally found myself listening to what Ms. Gaines had to say and found out I really wanted to do the AICE program, and I absolutely love it. However, I was only a 6th grader, and I had no idea what I was talking about. But looking back now as a senior in high school, I can tell you I love AICE for 3 reasons. The first is community. Over the past 4 years, I have made the most amazing friend through the program, as we all share very similar classrooms, and we have a lot of free time together. The second reason I love AICE is the flexibility the program allows you. Through the program, I have been allowed to be the captain of the varsity tennis team, a member and leader of multiple clubs on campus, and a member of the culinary program, all without stressing myself out and maintaining perfect grades. Finally, the third reason I love AICE is because of the preparation it prepares you for college. Looking back as a senior, I have learned so many lessons throughout these 4 years, and I am so thankful for. For instance, time management. This program is a lot of work. I am not going to sugarcoat it, but it's definitely doable, as you have plenty of time to get all your work in, and your teachers are very forgiving when you have to need extra time and they want extra help. They are there for you, and they are here to help. Another thing I have learned is that it allows you to push yourself to do more than you previously thought you could. Last year I was in chemistry, and my teacher approached me and said, "Hey, I really think you should do A-level chemistry. I think it'd be really good for you." I looked at him like he was crazy. I'm not the smartest kid in my class. Why should I be able to pass this test? However, I worked really hard, studied a lot, and I ended up getting my A-level credit, which allowed me to get my AICE diploma. Overall, I am very thankful for this experience here in the program, and I would not enjoy high school without it, and if I had to do it again, I would. I really hope you would consider applying for AICE here at Seabreeze. Thank you.
that's just a few of our students. There's about 60 more just like that in our senior class. Very proud of them. If you walk into my class, the tradition is once you get accepted to college, you put it on my board in my classroom. So if you go in my room and look at my board, it's like all the way across of all the colleges that they've been accepted to. Now we just need to get them to narrow them down to a few. One of the things we forgot to mention as far as acceptance to the AICE program and variances was siblings. If your child has a sibling in the program, their variance is automatic. Am I saying that correctly? Okay, you'll apply for school choice and put the reason in that you're applying to the school as a sibling of a student that's already in the program. So, lastly, I would like to open it up for questions. I'm sure you have lots, and that's what we're here for. So, ask me anything. Yes. Okay, so volunteer hours at Seabreeze, it's not AICE, it's Seabreeze is 100 hours from freshman year to senior year. And I think it begins the summer before your freshman year. Can you use those? All right, and we can use, they use sports, they use jobs, they use, your athletic practice, they use jobs or paid employment or flat out volunteer hours. So between your freshman year and your senior year, you just have to have 100 hours. It's not 100 for school and 100 for AICE, it's just 100. Well, we kind of make sure, we have a great guidance counselor, I can't say enough about her, that our kids have their 100 hours. Because what's the point of going through AICE if you don't get the full academic scholars from Bright Futures? So we kind of push them along and make sure. Within the AICE program, I get calls all the time. Hey, I need some kids to come over to whatever elementary and read to the kids. Hey, I need some kids to come give out gifts. So they'll call me and we have a remind. I have a remind for each grade level and each grade level parent. I'll send out the remind, hey, I need some kids to show up at the casements because they're having a festival. And our kids show up and they get the hours. So there's plenty of opportunity for them to get the hours. There's things that they can do around school. If a teacher says, hey, I need some kids to stay after school to break down boxes. I have kids that do that. They give them hours for that. So there's plenty of opportunity within the program and here at Seabreeze for them to get those 100 hours in their 4 years here. They have a piece of paper that they fill out whenever they do a volunteer activity. They bring it to our guidance counselor, and she logs it in the computer. Mm-hmm. Any more questions? Hi. Okay, so in the past and at other schools, we had a blanket question. They wrote the essay, they sent it in. One, I don't like the question. I'm sorry, I don't like the county question. I'm just being honest. And then Mr. Harris said, well, I don't like that they can do it at home. So between the two of us, we decided that they would come in here. My wonderful seniors brought up today that they thought it'd be a really cute idea for me to put some AICE questions on that essay. There will not be any AICE questions on the essay. It is a personal essay, and it's something they're going to write about something that has to do with them, whether it's a personality characteristic or life experience. So there's no studying necessary. Hopefully if they know themselves, they can write it. Although, what happened in 1938 and whatever war it was, it's a great idea. I wouldn't do that to the kids right now. They'll get plenty of that later. Is that enough? Does that help? They're going to come in, they're going to sit down in our media center. I supply the paper, I supply the prompt, I supply the pen. They come in and sit down and write. It's 500 to 1,000 words, which isn't 2 hours worth of work, but 500 to 1,000 words, they sit down, they write it, and they can leave. It's being reviewed by AICE English teachers. I'm not an English teacher by nature, I'm a science teacher, so it is being reviewed. Are they gonna lose all their points for spelling the word wrong? No, that's not how that works. But the English teachers have a rubric based upon, I want to say, grammar usage and I can't think of the word, like, is it well written? Can we understand it? Does it have a format? You know, is it not just, you know, I'm gonna give you a hint. Intro, body, conclusion. There you go. So those are the three things you need. Yeah, so just a good writing sample. Anything else? Hi. Yes. Yes. Am I anywhere near that limit? No. So, yeah, in the past when I've had students from all over the county applying to the program, it was a different story. This year, with 2 brand new AICE programs right down the street from me, I can't really tell you how it's going to work out by January 26th. So we're still kind of hanging around trying to see what's going to happen. So, yeah. Is that it? No, you're okay. Yes. Can you get him some money? Mm-hmm. Florida Bright Futures does not transfer. There are select schools in Georgia, and I don't know which ones. There are select programs that have, she says, have reciprocity. However, and then you can check, the students can check with me. There are certain schools that take the AICE credit, not the Bright Futures, because that's a state of Florida thing. But there are certain schools that do take the AICE credit, and we'll give them credit for those classes. Yeah. Financially, the Florida State public school system is the way to go. I mean, they have Bright Futures. A lot of our kids get scholarships stacked on top of that. So now we've got tuition paid, we've got room and board paid, we've got books paid. My students, I have an alumni day every year in December where our past graduates are invited back to come speak. I mean, it's working. it's working really well. So very proud of what they've accomplished and where they're about to go. Okay, we'll be here. Thank you for taking time out of your night. Ms. Agarada is our assistant principal. She's in charge of the variant school choice. Talk to her about that. Talk to me about AICE curriculum, et cetera, whatever. Talk to them about classes and how they manage everything they do. I think all 3 of them have their AICE diploma. ZZ is a junior, so she can speak to you from the junior perspective. But yeah, all our seniors have their AICE diploma already, and they're still here all day, every day. So they don't want to go home, and I love that too. So they still want to stay and take classes, which is awesome. All right, thank you guys for coming out. We'll be here. If you need any forms, let us know. Thank you.